Hi everybody, it's Dawn and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, quickly a first update before I get into today's news story. I'm currently editing one of my first safari videos. This is going to be an honest review of Time and Tide Chongwei, the camp and the room and the experience, the food, the lodgings, and the service while I was there. You might want to tune in for this because this is completely different from anything that we ever experience on a cruise ship, for the most part. And you might actually want to think about doing this in the future, or maybe this will turn you completely off of doing this in the future. You'll have to wait and see for the video coming up very soon. But today in Carnival news, and basically in other news as well, remember the Hurricane Irma is interrupting some ships. Well, one Carnival passenger is very upset and basically calling out Carnival Cruise Line and, well, directly to John Hield, the brand ambassador. And he's kind of saying, yeah, no, maybe no. So, as you probably know right now, Hurricane Irma is wreaking havoc, heading down the east coast a little bit now. It's affecting a lot of cruise ships. In fact, at latest count, over 18 different cruise ships have been impacted, including a themed cruise that was supposed to be sailing out of New York from a Norwegian Cruise Line. They've had to postpone that. They're hunkering down in New York to ride out the storm as it comes. Carnival has had numerous ships. Basically, anybody sailing in the area is being affected by this hurricane. And while I'm on the topic, I hope everyone is staying safe. And, if you're in a bad area that they say move out, please move out. And, protect yourself at all costs. Okay. As far as Carnival is concerned, a passenger wrote in and said, basically, with the hurricanes that are going on, trying to get an answer from the call center blanks. I'll let you fill in the word that you would think that this person would use, or you on your Facebook page, referring to John Hield, the brand ambassador, is basically like pulling teeth. It's almost impossible. And are you going to be able to answer this question? He says, with all the hurricane and everything going on, are you going to give us a refund, a full refund, if we decide not to cruise during a hurricane? And basically then says, hello, McFly. Hello, is anybody there? Referring, of course, to the popular Back to the Future movie. As if, hello, is anybody home? Hello, McFly. Hello, that kind of thing. No. I don't even need to listen to John Hill's response to this. I don't even need to guess what the response is going to be to this. The cruise lines, and it doesn't matter if you're talking to Carnival Cruise Line, or you're talking to Royal Caribbean, or Norwegian, or Virgin Cruise Line, or Disney Cruise Line, the only way they will refund your money is if they cancel your cruise. Hey, we're canceling the entire itinerary because it's, something's wrong with the ship, or it's too dangerous to do. If they just change the itinerary, that's in the contract saying that no, they can change the itinerary at any time. So the fact that you might miss a port because of the hurricane, the fact that we might be nervous sailing during a hurricane, remember, the cruise ships are doing what they need to do to keep everybody, including the captain and the crew members, safe. They're not going to risk their own lives so you can get to, Mahogany Bay for a day and soak in the sun. They're not going to do that. So, no, they're going to look after the ship. They're going to look after the passengers' safety first. They're not going to risk anything. But if you're nervous about sailing during the hurricane and you're booking a cruise during hurricane season, which is now, by the way, then what's that? What possibly could I have done to get my money back if something happened and I couldn't go on this cruise? what's that one thing that we always say we need? We need travel insurance. And in this case, you need cancellation insurance, right? Replacement insurance. So you could just say, yeah, I don't want to go on a cruise. I feel it's dangerous right now. And if you get this cancel for any reason insurance that's out there, that really just covers everything. You just need to say, I don't want to go. And they will refund your money. That's the insurance you're paying for. It's a premium insurance. You're paying more for that kind of insurance than just, say, medical. But if you're sailing during the hurricane season and you don't want to lose that money of the cruise, if you decide not to go, you're a nervous cruiser, that's the insurance to get, just to cover all your bases. And as far as being, kind of rude towards John Hild and the people working in a call center, I've had some interesting calls with people in call centers. I have called, and I know for a fact I know more than the person on the other end about some of these situations that are going on. And so it gets a little frustrating when you're dealing. But I never, ever get rude with them. Or I will never, ever call them names. If I don't like the person I'm on the other end, I don't think they know what they're doing I quite simply thank them, hang up, call again, get a different person. It's as simple as that. However, they're just trying to do their job. They're doing it to the best of their ability. And there's no reason for us to give them a hard time if they're having a little bit of a hard time. They're not all experts at every situation, in every job, in every situation that pops up in the cruise line industry. Sometimes a rule will change last week and people expect them to know everything by heart and how it's all going to, and people need time to learn it and train it, etc., and build it into their own system. So yeah, being rude and just calling in John Hild and saying, you guys never answer us, you guys on the phones are all blanks, etc. Are you going to give us our money back? No. And guess what? Being rude and calling people names and stuff like that is pretty much a guarantee how you're not going to get your money back. And here's just a simple example. I just told you the story of my lost luggage and how Princess Cruise Lines here, Bradley, the team downstairs, helped me out and found my bag through the airline who I could not contact. I got no answers from. They were not cooperative at all with me. Did I get mad at them? No. But it was frustrating. And they found my bag for me. It was great. But had I gone to the airline and I just start ripping on them and calling them all these names, and Princess probably would have had a harder time getting my bag back for me than had I just been politely hung up like normal. Being rude to any customer service representative really doesn't get anything done. And yeah, I don't know how many times I have to bang that into people's heads. Be polite, be calm, and things will get done way faster than just complaining online and calling people names. Well, let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you think, yeah, what a dumb question, first of all? I don't know any company that's, oh, you know what? Hey, because of the weather, we're just going to give you all your money back. I don't think that happens too often anywhere in the world. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel blogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.